situation in the loser semis where we were about to count him out. You know, we're like, oh, great job to JacobT, making it quite far into the top 4 of the event, but looking like he's just going to fall short with a 3-0 loss. But he turned it around and brought it back, and now fought his way even in the losers finals. That was actually a really dominant losers finals play. He just dropped 1 game, but only one, and now he faces off against Soul. Now, well, what are you expecting here with the head-to-head matchup of Springman? Understanding that when he's below 25%, he has the perma-charged arms. You understand that he has the shockwave, and also the fact that Soul uses double toaster against JacobT. We've seen Soul do this matchup before.
Right, so yeah, Soul is going to be able to use all those effects. He actually, he sent JacobT to losers, right? Or was it Busta? No, yeah, he sent...
In the winners finals, we actually...
No, he sent Busta to losers. I'm so sorry. He beat both of them.
So yeah,
he sent both JacobT and Busta to losers.
Yeah,
he fought both of them.
In winners finals, it was
Busta.
Winner semis was Busta versus Missing Null, JacobT versus Soul, with Soul coming out on top. Soul not only beating JacobT, but also beating Busta, sending him to the losers final. So he beat 2 back-to-back Byte and Barq, and now it looks like he's gonna have to face the Byte and Barq that he sent to the losers in the winners semis.
Now remember, when he fought against JacobT on winner's side, he was down 2-0 deficit before bringing it back.
He was getting roughed up for sure.
He didn't know what to do. He finally found a strategy and barely came through with the skin of his teeth. And now they're contemplating what stage they're going to start on here, depending if he's going Byte and Barq or not. Who do you got?
Honestly, looking at Soul, it's kind of rough, right? I feel like Soul would probably be the pick for a lot of people just because of the fact that he's been going through the Byte and Barq gauntlet, you know, and he already has a pretty good record right now over JacobT. But JacobT, after just being able to play back-to-back-to-back matches, right? I don't know, dude. It's hard to call, because JacobT right now has the momentum from all of his losers set wins, while Soul probably might have cooled off. You know, it's something that does happen to people in the grand finals. You wait for a bit, you know, you might be knocked out of the zone, might take you a little bit to actually get back into it. Soul also could play the let me download my opponent for the first set, and then when he gets the reset, I'll actually, you know, show you my real power.
A multitude of strategies come out, but actually we're seeing Ripping Girl coming from JacobT, so he's not going to be opt to go for the Byte and Barq versus Springman. So now we're seeing the classic Springman versus Ripping Girl. This is the reveal trailer for the game that we saw. These two characters with their default arms.
All right.
Like the very original ones.
Here
Toaster and Sparky taking the deck. Toaster giving you the fire attribute, which has knockdown as well as additional damage. Meanwhile, Ripping Girl displaying Sparky with the electric attribute, which can stun their opponent and leave them open for a free grab or rush.
Didn't you say this is something that we saw in the trailer?
The reveal trailer for Arms. When Arms was first revealed, this is exactly what it was. These two characters, these two arms.
That's nuts. And here it is, the sneakiest of grabs by Soul. Gotta keep your eyes open, man. I'm telling you, those platforms, they can mask your attempts. And nice, right after that shockwave, still keeping shield up. Wow, parry for parry.
That was an intelligent offer coming from Soul. He actually used the shockwave to deflect the first swing of the rush, and then immediately went into a guard. The man knows what he's doing.
That's right. And here it is, JacobT already with way too much low health. It almost looks as if... oh, wait a second, a follow-up? Let's look at the amount of meter that Soul has them. Meter build right now from both of these opponents.
Meter build and closing away the stage a bit. Deleting all those blocks away. But now we see JacobT at pretty low health with Soul with full meter. Can he do anything with it, or will he save it for round 2?
Let's see. Close to getting meter.
He actually used the shockwave and the rush to break out of the grab, connect the hits. It takes away round 1.
Wow, and poor Ripping Girl, right? Like, after getting the KO, there were still a couple hits, you know, just like tapping her on the face, like, wake up, by the way. Where are you going to sleep?
That was the widest grab I've ever seen.
What in the world? JacobT showing that his clinking skills are on point.
And that's like the downside of throwing out wide grabs, right? Is because they're a bigger target for you to actually deflect with your punch.
Yeah.
They're throwing out the double punch. Soul always on top of being able to connect his first punch into the second one.
Yup. Actually comboing off of a charge punch that usually knocks down. That's actually quite impressive. And he already has rush, dude. It's just gonna... Oh, okay, so he has rush. Might as well go for the grabs.
NCJacobT also swapping for the popper. Waits for her to land before going out full force with that rush. Taking that victory pretty easily.
Yep, very, very smart on this part. He tried to basically force JacobT into the air, and upon landing, punishing the lag.
Now, is Soul on a whole nother level than the rest of us, or is JacobT just caught in a rut?
It's hard to say right now, as that was the first game of the grand finals right here between both of these players.
Keep in mind, this is a best 3 of 5. First one to get 3 wins will either win the tournament if it's Soul, or JacobT will reset the bracket, establishing a second set afterwards. JacobT has to take 2 sets off of Soul in order to take home this tournament and take home the 2GGC ARMS Saga trophy and become the ARMS champion.
And now, we listen to the tunes from the ARMS OST.
Always a jammer, always a hit.
Thank you for joining us at ARMS Radio.
Sit back and relax.
And enjoy the ride. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're back on Ribbon Ring.
But we have a character swap. JacobT's Ribbon Girl just wasn't making the cut, so he's going back to his try and true, the Clockwork Cops, Byte and Barq.
That's right, his bread and butter, Byte and Barq, is taking the stage. We're back on Ribbon Ring. And here we go. Opening up with the shockwave, both of these players, but JacobT only taking 40 right there. And air hits. Oh, that was, I actually thought that grab would have connected. See, you saw the strategy I talked about, right? You disable one arm, you have 2 out.
Just keep swinging.
That's right.
I love it. Okay, Soul, you know, trying to deflect that Seiki. If that was charged and he deflected it, he would have been hit by the explosion afterwards. That's the beauty of the Seiki arm. Right there, he's wide open for a grab. JacobT landing it. And he almost has a rush. Soul, meanwhile, full rush, ready to go. Getting nicked away by Barq, responding with a counterattack. He got knocked out of it by the bub.
Yeah, that was actually a risky maneuver. When I saw the Seiki come out, I was like, okay, he's going to be in trouble. It wasn't even charged, too.
That Seiki, when charged, is such a great arm.
Yeah.
Has the electricity attribute normally, but also has a weird explosion effect as well. It knocks down the opponent because it's 2 hits, I think. There it is. Oh, but the block! There was a block there that was a solid block that got nicked away from the grab. That was crazy.
The block literally blocking right there. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, on the Ribbon Ring. Soul hanging back a little bit, probably waiting for an op. Oh, this is bad.
So what's crazy about the stage is that sometimes there are literal blocks that can't be deleted, I guess. And that actually affected the match.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, JacobT still got the win. It affected him the most, but still, that could have been easily turned over. Byte and Barq working out for JacobT.
Yep, both
Soul
players.
has to learn it.
Wait, okay, I thought we just saw, I guess it wasn't charged. We definitely saw a Seiki just like coming through, and it got knocked away by the shockwave. But both players do have rush, and we already mentioned time and time again how much it changes the tides of the match.
And attack on an easy 320 damage. Trying to give it, gets a little bit of elevation because the block spun underneath him. Doesn't do him any good as he gets hit by the first swings of the rush from JacobT.
Okay, Soul still trying to find his way to just avoid all of these attempts by JacobT to keep him outside. Oh, there it is. He's in. He's going to infiltrate right now. And having that shockwave allows him to definitely like have an aggressive play style with Soul. It is.
Soul jumping away. Managed to land the second swing of the toaster, knocking Barq down to boots because Byte was on the ground. And it the explosion was right in front of his face, but Soul just kept on swinging, putting on a brave face and mashing that attack button.
And it looked like, I think Byte and Barq actually stopped the last hit. Oh, Barq actually stopped the last hit of the rush. That could have been probably a nice 300. Oh, that was really scary. how intimidating that Siki is
The
in
Siki,
rush
I mean,
mode.
it caused Soul to just stay there and shield, not wanting to dash forward. And no, JacobT does have that effect in mind where he wants to use a rush so he doesn't have to deal with the comeback factor of Soul.
Here come the arms.
Springman taking it. Oh, I thought there was going to be an explosion afterwards from that Siki, but it was not charged. Just the difference between that being charged or not could have easily changed the outcome of that entire round.
1-1 here in the rounds. JacobT in the lead. Nice shock. Oh, wait, I thought the shockwave actually helped.
It like knocked away his punch. JacobT responding in kind with his own shockwave by jumping on Barq. He establishes a shockwave that surrounds the dog. Oh, and the explosion didn't do anything against Soul. It was like right on top of him. Okay, Siki leaving him wide open for a rush.
Nice.
Big damage.
From deep.
This could be JacobT's game to take. Soul struggling to find an opening.
There it is.
He has the comeback factor in effect.
But there's Barq. Oh, okay.
So Soul was trying to get the normal hit confirm into a rush, but because of the nature of his arms always being permanently charged, it knocked down the opponent so it wasn't able to connect.
Uh-oh.
One hit magic left. Pixel, not enough magic there. It's hit by the bub. JacobT making his arrest and moves on to game 3.
1-1 here in the set right now, man. And JacobT switching over to Byte and Barq was such a smart decision. But I want to see what Soul has up his sleeve here for the next game. A ribbon ring, kind of difficult right now for him to deal with.
Soul wants a small enclosed space. I
Yeah.
could definitely see JacobT wanting to ban possibly Spring Stadium, thus allowing Soul to go to the next small stage, Mausoleum. Just a circle. It's just a circle.
Already opening up with the grab right now is Soul, but not quite working out for him.
JacobT is doing a great job of playing a keep away game from Soul. Keeping his distance, throwing out the arms, not allowing Soul to close in on the space, and he's just applying more damage, not taking a single hit in the process.
Now, I know we did mention how this stage can definitely help out Soul, but in the ribbon ring, right?
Right.
There were a lot of times where if there was a charged Siki that connected on Soul, a lot of times JacobT was way too far to convert. So because of the fact that this stage is smaller, there are going to be a lot more conversions for JacobT. Uh-oh, that's going to be a big explosion, giving him the first round. Dude, only 40 seconds off the clock, man.
Quick round for JacobT, making quick work of Soul.
43 to be exact, as there are 99, not 100 seconds.
Indubitably, do one.
Indubitably. Here we go.
And as you notice, the center has been hit once. They managed to fall down that center one more time. The trampoline will be exposed in the middle of the stage.
Ooh, the quickest. Barq out of play. Let's see what Soul does here. Nice. Okay. Oh, smart move right there. Let's see how much he gets.
And this is how you know Soul's feeling himself, because he is catching the directions that JacobT wants to go.
Yes.
If JacobT goes left, he swings left. If he goes right, he swings right.
Indeed. Look at that.
Using the shockwave to go through the Siki, hitting Byte in the Barq in the process, jumping over the grab, throwing some more toasters. Soul is in control.
Oh, absolutely. Just Barq kind of threw him off of his flow a little bit, but he's right back in there. Now we actually have rush. Totally fine, but you get a lot of rush from Byte and Barq, and that whiff from the second rushed Siki.
It could have made or break this round.
Yes.
But now Soul's one swing away. He wants to hold on to his rush for the next round as well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But should he risk it?
Uh-oh.
Should he risk it, though? I mean, he's got the comeback factor.
Almost getting that hit right there. Trying to find his spot. There it is. That left arm right there, curved to the left with
catching
the toaster.
the jump.
Yes. Wow. Great meter management right here by Soul. Going into the third game here, the grand finals. Winner's side for Soul. That's a free punish? Not quite.
Oh, wow. And the trampoline is exposed due to Soul falling down in the middle.
And time to see the way the gameplay changes with this addition.
This new development in the stage causes the players to probably want to chill around the rings of the arena, because if you're caught in that trampoline, you can't guard.
Yes, you will get caught with attacks. Yes, you do have option to use your dash, but still can be rather risky.
mean, JacobT's just kind of playing on the trampoline. He's able to use the jump on it to try to gain a little bit of height above Soul. As you know, higher ground does do wonders in this game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he probably even might be just like baiting his opponents. Because a lot of times opponents make what they're trying to do obvious by coming from the sides on Mausoleum. So I respect it.
You saw Barq just jumping for joy on the trampoline instead of swinging out to try to interrupt Soul's rush.
He was so happy. Just having the ball. Oh, opportunity for a grab, and JacobT gets it.
Pushes him into the comeback factor again. Below 25% health. Those toasters are perma-charged.
There we go. And now we're just going to see 130. Wait a second. Explosion!
Goes for the rush, taking away game number 3. JacobT on the verge of resetting the bracket.
2-1. Byte and Barq, man. And there it is. JacobT not even like popping off or anything. He's like, it's not over yet.
It's not over until he wins the tournament. Not even when he resets the bracket. And Soul's taking him right back to Mausoleum. He knows he can make the stage work. I mean, this is the same type of scenario that we saw in the winner's side. He lost 2 games in a row to Byte and Barq and then brought it all the way back. At least this time he has 1 game underneath his belt.
True, and with the grand finals, you know, having, of course, 2 sets, if JacobT were to win this one, it'll be an opportunity for him to adapt. Well, we'll see what happens. Way more shockwaves now. But he has to watch out because that lingering explosion can make it really tough for him. Look at that. The short hops right there on Barq. So he can get multiple shockwaves.
Okay, jumping off of the Barq once again, using the height to his advantage. The explosion leaving himself wide open. He was shocked for so long.
Yep, to the point where even if he was knocked down on the ground, he got a follow-up. Getting extra damage from that grab, of course, doing 150. Standard stuff right there.
Soul chilling back, throwing out the arms.
Woo! Clean 130 right there, and Barq out of play. Nice. You saw how JacobT actually covered his landing with his arms out there? Okay, good defense. But we do have meter, enough meter for a rush by Soul. Let's see what happens here.
JacobT was trying to punish the lag that Soul is attributed when his arms fell to the ground.
Uh-oh, tough spot, Barq out of play, and now the pressure from Wake Up. Wait a second, Soul?
Wait, another chance? He parried through,
okay.
But Soul didn't want to take any risks whatsoever. Opts to burn the rush in order to take away round number 1.
That's what I was waiting for in the beginning, because the more time that he actually sits on the rush, the more time he gives JacobT to
build rush.
Yes.
So you might as well just burn. I mean, you're both at pretty low rush. Why not?
Yep. Very high CPs right now. Oh, and there it is.
Deflecting the punch. Barq's not going out just yet.
Oh, he couldn't deflect all of those attacks, and here it is. Seeing it from the angle of JacobT's right now, jumping on top of that Barq.
Barq throwing out the Seiki because he knows that the Seiki has the electricity attribute, which has landed him so many grabs.
It's really interesting seeing what JacobT does to try to get these hits. Okay, that's going to be a big explosion.
And that was a bait. He threw out the grab so he could cancel it into a rush, hoping that Soul would take it, and he did. But now we have the comeback factor once again in effect, as well as rush to boot. He could possibly try to punish that jump, but
that's an opportunity.
There it is.
300. All right. Okay, Barq out of play again. Smart stuff by Soul. He actually weaved around the arm. Says an explosion. Air hit.
JacobT wants to take this to round 3. He doesn't want Soul to get any sort of momentum. He's trying to chase after him. Noticing he's running left. He's on his magic pixel. 1 health left.
Oh my goodness, he actually, that's whiffing.
He wants the punch so badly. He has rush. He burns it. He can't die to chip damage. Tries to break the shield. The timer is ticking.
JacobT has rush.
Opts to go for it. Is this going to be enough? It won't.
There's the explosion.
He needs a hit. He needs a hit, but Soul takes it.
Yes, he shockwaves the grab attempt just to take that round. Very smart stuff by Soul.
Game 5 of Grand Finals. If JacobT takes this, he resets the bracket. If Soul wins, that's the tournament. What will happen? Who will be your ARMS champion here at ARMS Saga 2GGC?
Right now, we have to consider the fact that this is JacobT's counterpick, right? Scary, scary situation here for Soul. The ball is in Soul's Jacob T's court. So
he has all the potential. He can also counterpick a character if he wants. I mean, I think he's feeling pretty confident with Byte and Barq. I definitely don't foresee a character swap.
Uh-oh. And here's the true test, Austin. Here is the true test.
DNA Lab.
We're going to have a big stage with six destructible pillars that will make it difficult for Soul to find his way in. Let's see the arms that Jacob T will opt to use. He's trying to stay alive here in the tournament. This is his last shot. Not going for double buff. Instead, wants to have the Seeking on deck. Uh-oh.
Catching the landing. Nice grab coming from Soul.
Lots of damage right there and breaking it, sending him right through the tubes, and the tubes do not give extra damage if you hit the opponents through it.
And you know, Springman also has other arms at his disposal. He has access to the Tri-Bolt as well as the Boomerang, but he doesn't ever, he's just so confident with the toasters. It's carried him this far, so why not?
And right there, actually destroying the Seeking right in front of his opponent's face, giving him a free grab. He's like, I don't need a shock attribute grab. I'll just destroy your Seeking. And there it is. The damage just keeps on piling up.
This momentum that Soul is carrying could carry him to the victory. He wants the trophy. He wants it so badly.
Absolutely. Look at that movement. Avoiding the explosion right there from that Seeking again. Okay, blocking. There it is, 255. That bonus damage right there and another explosion out of the range.
So landing yet another grab, catching all these landings, picking up on Jacob T's habits.
Oh, that's a free rush. He gets it.
Oh, he caught the dash.
Yes, he did.
Oh my gosh. Soul is one round away from being home, taking home the championship.
Right now, Soul is the visitor coming from Florida, and he's in a very, very good spot with this tournament. Jacob T has to actually do a lot of deliberating. He wants to sit on the Seeking, it seems, but the popper is coming through. The bub is not here.
So much on the line. Can Jacob T pull it through and reset the bracket? Soul says otherwise. He's throwing away the toasters, hitting him. There's one more tube down for the count.
Again.
He's shocked.
Yes, you see what he's doing. Just like stopping the pressure from the Seeking. So if he's able to actually punch the Seeking when it's charged on its way to him, that'll be really rough for Byte and Barq to deal with. Added to the fact that he's using a light arm with the cracker. The toaster could just plow through that.
Byte has rush. This could be so does Springman. This could be huge.
Yes, we're having a rush battle right here, but there's the opportunity. Goes for the grab.
Opts not to use his rush.
Smart meter management. He actually does not need to burn it too early. Opportunity. Oh, Barq.
Oh, Barq took it.
He says, let me play. I got
Team
this, dog.
combo.
I got this.
Okay, he gets knocked down by the fire. Jacob T has to be careful. He's one hit away from knocking him into the comeback factor.
150. Just the same amount of damage as a grab. And
Goes
it's going to be a lot.
Jacob T on the verge of resetting the bracket.
Both players barely have any rush left.
This is California versus Florida. Who will take it?
That's right. Here at the 2GGC ARM Saga Grand Finals, final game, final round of the first set here in the Grand Finals. Soul already taking out Barq. Small lead right now. Very scary situation here.
And I think I know who California is rooting for.
Yeah, we have people that definitely want to see Jacob T go. And look at this. Still fighting, keeping Jacob T in the corner. The pressure!
Soul trying to push him to the corner. Once again, pushing him down with the fire attribute off of the toaster. He just can't get out of the corner.
Yeah, Jacob T just keeps getting knocked out, but he gets up again. Are we ever going to keep him down?
Soul,
let's go. We got it.
He's going ham. He's at low health. He has a rush.
He's going to end it very soon. A sliver.
He can literally just burn it right now. He wants to keep the fear factor in effect.
There it is.
It. Soul is your champion.
Amazing job coming all the way from Florida, representing Noble. Soul takes it with Springling. Springman.
Your 2GGC ARMS Saga champion for ARMS, Noble Soul!
Amazing play, dude. The fact that he was actually able to do it with one of the main characters of the game, super vanilla, except for the fact that he has the shockwave and maybe that comeback factor.
Right.
But yes, I'm really, really, really pleased. Even double toaster. Double toaster.
Double toaster. That was like the basic of the basic.
Yeah, yeah. He was like, I don't need to use anything else.
Why would I?
I mean, he tried. We did see the boomerang. We did see like the tri-bolt, but other than that, he just went back.
Just toaster. He pretty much used toasters the entire tournament with
Yeah.
tri-bolts making a very rare appearance.
Very rare. Same for the boomerang. So thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with us, man.
I think we're going to send it over to Z-Fly for the award ceremonies. Oh, no.
All right.
Oh, it's not wired in.
All right, but in any event, yeah, like great top 8 overall. Like you said before, there was a lot of amazing character variety going into this tournament.
Right.
And
I was really excited about that, and I'm grateful to be given this opportunity to be here at this tournament. This has been quite the pleasure. And Soul is lifting up the trophy, showing it off to the crowd. There it is. That is his, folks.
well earned, well earned. And mind you, he was flown here actually for Smash 4, like we said, but with
Ended up taking arms.
yeah, ended up taking arms with a lot of hard work, man. And I'm quite happy to see the fact that he decided to go with Springman, even after wanting to pick up Kid Cobra way in the beginning. But he said, you know what, I want to pick something that to me feels like Little Mac.
Little
That
Mac.
character-
And that is Little Mac. I mean,
Yeah.
he has the 2 toasters. Those are the 2 gloves.
amazing, absolutely amazing place. And now, I guess a big thank you to everybody all at home, the Esports Arena, 2GG, giving us the stream, the broadcast, like just this venue that we have for this event. And anything else that you want to say for the people of the ARMS community or anybody that wants to join the ARMS community from the outside looking in?
Please, if you just type !ARMS in the chat, we'll give you a link for the Discord to help join the ARMS community right here. If you're interested whatsoever, just click that link. You get invited immediately to the Discord where there's a huge community. There's a whole community waiting for you, and we would love to have you. And I think that's going to wrap it up for us, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an amazing day. Thank you for hanging out with myself, D1.
And my name's Austin.
We are signing out, and we will see you tomorrow for day 2 of ARMS Saga for the 2GG Championship Circuit here at Esports Arena in Santa Ana, California. Take care.